Hello everyone, good morning. Actually, I have the game started on the wrong client, so I need to swap quickly. How are you? How is your day going so far? So the sound is working, we're all good. So the game is loading up on the right. This one, right? Hey Mohamed, or Mohamed, I'm not sure actually, which is your first name. Welcome mate, welcome to the stream. I guess it's the same for me. It's not really a job, but it's 8 AM, so woke up a bit early today. And you know, we need to push. So we've built like 200 million. Yeah. We were at 200 million. I just need to find a way for these things to go, not to be on the screen. Like it's nothing is working right now, but. Hello Soldier Cats, hello Dream Trader, welcome guys. Good morning. Wife is still sleeping, so I'm not gonna try to be too loud. But yeah, we need to push, so let's go on the farm. So on the farm I've been saving for 4 months because we had very easy SvS. So actually I have a lot of speed up to use. I have 160 days of speed up to use on the farm. So I'm gonna burn through all, and I'm gonna do as well some essence stones and stuff. Because I've been saving that for a long time, so I have a lot of essence stones for a farm. I can do my first level of mithril as well. So that's really cool. Really cool. Lot of things I can do on this account. I'm not sure when the first charm event is coming in SvS for sure. But that's a long time to save your charms. I actually forgot when the first event is for charms. I'm actually very curious about that. You did not... Where are you, Dream Trader? Salut Sébastien. Like, how many days have you been playing? Because that's weird to me that you don't have any charms event before. But it could be, I don't remember, to be honest. So I'm just sending Gatherer on the other account, and then we'll slowly start to push. Camps are ready. I think I have the title in like 10 minutes from now. Yeah, 10 minutes is my 9 minutes is my turn, so we have a bit of time. $60 days, okay. And you never had any charm event yet? Okay, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I remember that charms are like coming very late. But I did not think it would be that late, to be honest. Aishland, welcome, good morning. So let's do what I'm gonna do with my mithril, right? So that's already okay, but these need to go to level 11 to be able to be improved with mithril. So I can do 4 pieces of mithril, so I'm definitely doing these 2. Then I think I'm definitely doing marksman, right? So can I do that? So that I can do, which means we can ascend it. I just woke up, so I hope I'm not doing anything stupid and not double checking, but these are lethality, right? So that's okay. So these will be my 4 mithril pieces. And then I'll buff a bit radically lancers, lethality, right? So we're gonna buff a bit of that, and that's gonna be where we are in terms of essence stones. Dream Trader, I am afraid that your friend is right. Like early days, it's super hard to rank because wells can improve everywhere. Like even SvS, man. Even SvS. If you look at this SvS, it's the most competitive SvS we have in a long time, right? But for me, if I'm saving with my level of spending for 3 months, so I'm spending 300-400 euro a month, right now. So if I'm saving for 300-400 euro a month for 3 months, I make that kind of points, and that's me saving for. Is the music okay, guys? Is it not too loud? Let me know. That's me saving for 3 months. That I make that kind of point. So that's and you know, if you rank top 10, that's what you get. That's battle phase, sorry. I was like, why do you have these rewards? If I rank top 10, that's what you get. You get 80 freaking shards. You get peanuts. Like, so for the 3 months of saving. So for me, I push on a certain SvS because I'm a SvS focus states and I'm a R4 and everything. So I kind of need to lead by example, right? But yeah, it's really, really tough, man. Really, really, really tough. So I'm gonna remove all that gear and reset it all basically, because I'll need a lot of XP. So I'll reset all the small gear in terms of XP if we have time before troops. If not, we'll do it afterwards. That's okay as well. So let's do a reset of all the gear. I'll pop the training buff because I'm a bit lazy. That's only 3000 gems. So what's your view on IT9? So it's FC9, I guess? Thank you, Pulse. It's my farm, so you know, it's not amazing, but you know, I've been playing for a long time. So yesterday, guys, I emptied my farm. So I got, if you follow Discord, I had 10 million resources. I had 10 million more food. 6.6 million more wood and stuff. It took me 1000 attacks to do it. So it basically, I had to empty full my infirmary, which I cleared. I had to put 700k troops to enlistment, and I had to kill 200k troops as well. But I already killed for real, like 200k lancer that I don't need. So my farm like dropped 60-70 million in power since yesterday. So I have done that because today I'm training, so then I would have to kill a lot more troop if I emptied it from resources, you know. See, like that was I deleted all the reports, but that took me 1000 hours. So that took me like 1000 attack. It took me half an hour to empty the farm, basically, more or less. I did not use my farm for like a year and some months. So you can reset XP of your gear for free once a day. So you know, so you store it basically before you do your in between your mithril upgrade, and when you've done your mithril upgrade, you get back the XP. You are not losing any XP. You cannot do that on red gear, but on orange gear you can. So you store XP on these PCs, so you are better in arena, you are better everywhere in exploration and stuff, and then when you get the red gear, you push the red gear, and then whatever is left you keep here basically. So we still have a lot to do. So that's a lot of XP, so I should be able to do something with my red gear, but I think we'll have training in between. Yeah, some people say that too, Mohamed. But you know, I'm playing seriously, so even if it's, you know, I don't do all events on my farm, I don't do all SvS, I did not do all bears, I missed half of the bears, I think, more or less. I don't do Frostfire, I don't really do fishing tournament, I don't really do snowbusters, like this kind of stuff I'm not really doing on my farm, so it's, you know, it looks strong because I'm doing the daily, so I got the fire crystal and things, but it's actually pretty weak account, stat wise, because I miss so many events and stuff. So let's do mithril quick before the buff. So mithril, the way it works, you empower, so every 20 level you get extra stats, right? So here I'll get extra attack, which I don't really care on infantry, but it allows me to go to, I'm stuck at level 19 if I don't do that of red gear, and then I can go to level 39 now. Oh, so I need to be careful with that, because I remove all my gear, so I just need to put it back before I'm doing something very stupid. So I put, okay, and equip. Let's do that. Let's do an equip. So I have one piece of gear I can get some XP from eventually. Okay, so can I store some on him as well? And equip, and equip. Let's see if it's doable that way. If I can store some of that on these heroes. But yeah, you have a strong farm. Overall it's strong. You have to remember that my farm would have been 500 mil power, more or less, if I did not kill troops. Like I've been killing troops 2 times, so, but that's what, you know, that's because I cannot attack it otherwise, right? I cannot take resources, but that's how many resources I got from it yesterday. And I had to put 2 infirmary and enlistment and kill 1.1 million troops to be able to do that. So that took me in total, that took me 2 hours to get. And some people helped me, I gave some to my alliance as well. But that's why you have a farm, right? But I did not use my farm, I think, again for a year and 3 months or something. So when it comes to training, I think actually I need to recall I need to promote my T5, so let's recall these dudes. So because I killed a lot of troops yesterday, and because I have a lot in enlistment, it looks like I don't have much right now. So I killed 200 K lancers yesterday. I'll promote all of these. I got some marksman and infantry, so I think I'll train a mix of marksman and infantry. I don't want to have too many infantry. I want to be able to empty it for Crazy Joe quite easily. So I might actually train infantry and marksman, because I don't really need troops for anything on that account. If it was my main account, I will train only infantry, but I don't really need that. Hey Anita, I currently don't. The channel is not bringing any revenue. and you know I cannot necessarily spare it right now. But I'll do, you know, as the channel grows and you know, as it helps me with things, I'll do giveaways. But I don't want, you know, I don't want to buy people watching time, right? That's really important to me. If you are here, it's because there is either entertaining for you or it has value. It's not because I give something away for you. I just want that kind of to be clarified as well. But I'll give back, you know. You guys are giving me something by being there and, you know, being present, so I'll give back as well. But I'm, you know, don't want to be based on giveaways and dead viewers, because, you know, if somehow you are in chat, you have a chance to win something. So let's train, guys. Let's train, because that buff's gonna run out at some point. That you know, the title, and the rest we can do later. So we said we're gonna, let's promote first. So let's do, you know, quick use. And then let's train. So lancers I'm not gonna train, but I want them to be ready before I go to bed. So for me it's 8 AM. So it's gonna be 12 hours. That's gonna be safe in case I go, you know, because I'm tired tonight. That's gonna be safe. So that's 3 batch of promoting on both of these. So that's, you know, some points. I want to check actually how many points we make. Before I used too many speed ups. So we are at 8.5 million so far. And you see it's tough today. They have 200 mil. So you know we basically add 60 mil extra every day. So that was 180 more or less when I went to bed. So maybe they made a tiny bit. Maybe yesterday we made only 50 mil points or something. So not because they make 200 mil, we are 30 mils behind. So. But what happened is, like, all their whales are morning people somehow. So all their whales are pushing while we sleep, and then we come online and we catch up. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. Feel free to share it, guys. I think it will be a really big thing for me is to grow the channel, because the project I want to do with the game will require more views and get a sponsorship or whatever, partnership or something, and that will require more views for sure. So I'll try to push a bit better, like on miniatures, titles, content. I really need to grow the channel if I want to do what I want to do with it. Like right now it's too small, and that's just the way it is at the YouTube game. So if you want to support me, like really just share it with your alliances, share it with people that could benefit from it. That will really be helpful. And I think we can do, with a bit of a bigger audience, I think we can do pretty cool things. Oh, I'm training T5, what the heck. That was stupid. It's still good points, but that's not necessary. So let me train T10 after that. I was like, it's very short training time. So I'm burning, days 2x2 nearly, more or less. So we're gonna do it for a while, and I'm gonna do some marksman later as well. Hello, Starfinger. To be honest, I think on the kind of spending money on seasonal event, I don't think anybody is doing the kind of content I'm doing. And that's why people like my guys, when it was on Discord and I was just doing it for my alliance, because if you see 2 or 3 of my content about that, then you understand how it works, right? And you know how to recognize if the packs are, if there is a diminishing return on the amount of items you get, or if it's always the same or stuff like that, and then you can basically figure things out on your own pretty easily. I think that's really helpful. At least for me. You know, I wish someone else did it, so I did not have to do it myself, but sometimes you have to do things yourself, so. So let's see where we are at. So we burned 100 days, so that was quick. And we've made a few points, right? We made 30 million points, so I think I'll go to, I'll finish on basically on marksman, so I have enough for bears. And that was 12 hours, right? So see, you know, pushing when you have the buff and you use the, you know, 2000% amount of troops, it does not make you train faster because it's increasing the training time, right? So it does not make you, it's not better to use the buff, it's just take less clicks because you do a lot more troops, basically. How are you, Starfinger? This so I'm gonna read Dream Trader. I want to transfer my account from 2619 to 2900. So you have a few options, right? It's never gonna be on the same group. It's too far. It's very, very unlikely they're gonna ever be on the same group. So it will take you multiple transfers. You can basically move, and you need to double check that if you can, but that's easy to do. On the monument, you can move when you know, the early days, you can move 90 days from city creation. So let's say you want to move 2619. So you can move forward, like to older states 90 days, or you can move backwards to newer state 90 days. And that increases a bit over time. So for me, I'm on a state that, you know, if you look at my city, it says state 665, right? That's where I'm coming from. So more or less, I think for you it might be a bit more states, but for me, more or less 90 days is 300 states. It's kind of, you know, 100 states per month being created, so that was 3 per day. So I think it's kind of still the same today. So you can probably have your both account on the same state, but it will be close in the sense of that, you know, you will be at the close to the limit of what you can move for now. Then later it's gonna be increased. For me, I think I can move 120 days right now. So if I will transfer, I will consider going back, you know, not going back, but going to a newer state by 30 days. So, you know, basically I'm a lot stronger there because I'm playing the game for 30 days more. And that's it. That's really it, guys. We have one more. We have 1 day, 9 hours. That's gonna be 12 hours-ish. So either you meet in the middle if you want to have them, you know, be with each other fast, or you do multiple transfer. My suggestion with multiple transfer is that the first few transfers, the range of state you can move is actually very, very low. So for me, for example, I did transfer from, you know, 665 to 695, then I went from 695 to nearly 800, then I went to 800 to 900. And then I went to 900 to 950 more or less. So it took me 4 transfers to do that. I had some friends that transfer in Gen 4.5 and they made it in 2 transfers because they could do 150 states at a time. So you can easily do, later you can easily do 150, 100 states at a time. So you will want to have that kind of transfer if you want to save your tickets. Because if you're not buying them weekly from the beginning here, you're gonna run out of tickets as well. That was one of my issues at some point. I moved slower than I wanted in some state because I had no tickets, no transfer passes basically. So that's kind of what you can do. Either meet in the middle, or you move only one account, but it's gonna take you 2-3 transfer at least. And you want to target windows where you can move at least, I'd say 70-80 states, right? That's VIP, right? That globe skin is when we have some people that have it, but they removed it for now. But that's a VIP 12 shop. So when you unlock VIP 12, you get a special shop. And if you spend, a lot of money, you can slowly get that skin. So it's like that skin is only for big spenders. It's a big spender thing. It costs. It depends, which rate you are getting it, but it costs between 40, 60k dollars, right? 40,000, 60k thousand dollars, something like that to get it. You will have to spend that much to be there, basically. Yeah, I'm talking a bit slow. I think the wife was sleeping. I think she's awake now, so I can. She sent me a message, so I think she is awake. So I'll speak a bit loud, as usual. So Gen 5 is coming on Monday to my server. Next SvS will be massive widget day for Gen 4. It could be you can get them on discount, but I'm not sure why it will be. Like for you, because you saved a lot Starfinger, or because you will you want to get them on discount with either that event, like the Hall of Heroes event that you get there. I mean, that's our stronger player, right? Tamer Q8 from Kuwait, I guess, because that's kind of the thing they do. Webster got one as well. She's nearly 1 billion power, and then he's got a globe skin as well. And these are some of our stronger players. They all got a globe skin, basically. They are not always using it. I don't understand. If I had it, I'll have it on all the time. I really don't understand Denise and Webster for that. Like I mean, if you have the arena skin, maybe. But like, I'll use the globe skin all the freaking time if I had one. This is I find her good in arena and PvP. She's really good for solo march as well. Gen 7 is really a strong generation. Like Bradley is a monster. Edis, like I maxed Edis on both of my accounts. I will max Bradley on both of my accounts. Like the stronger heroes is definitely Bradley. Bradley is crazy. I've said it many times, but when I unlocked Bradley, I cleared like, I don't know, 20. It was 4-star plus. I cleared like 20 or 30 level of exploration. Like there is no hero in the game that will make you clear another 20 level of exploration. There is no other hero. There is no way. That the only one we ever had. Even Alondo was not that good. So Bradley is total monster. And he got nerfed, so he used to be better. Like 6 months ago, he used to be better. Like the developers actually reduced his effectiveness because he was just too good. And Edis is amazing because she's tanking a lot. She's very defensive. So your marches are doing well in solo march. If you attack a city, you do foundry and stuff, and she has very good expedition skill as well, exploration skill. Sorry. So I think for me, Edis is the best infantry hero I have by far. So she's better than Flint when Flint was good. She's better than Amos when Amos was good. Amos was never really good. Hector is okay, but I find like the combo. If you are free to play, you can get Hector with the wheel, and then you can max Edis, and I think that's really worth it. I'm not sure Starfinger. I'm not sure if she will be usable. I mean, basically you will have Reyna, right? So she is Gen 4. And the next one you will get with the wheel is Rene. And Rene is okay. So I'm not really sure, to be honest. I never use Reyna myself. I'm not sure if a max Reyna is as good as a max Rene, for example, with Jet, because Reyna is really good, but I think she's 2 generations behind, so she will fall off eventually. So. You're welcome, Lady of Heaven. Hey Tonton, okay, that was you for the question about ADs, yeah. No, these two are absolutely beast heroes. They're really, really, really good. So let's do some mithril now that we kind of saved what we wanted. So that we got these two, and let's do these two. So we need to enhance here. We need to enhance first. And let's do empowerment. So what do we have? We have some glove, we have some boots. So you know, I get 2 mithril a week on my farm, so that's 23 weeks. It does not look like it, but that's freaking 23 weeks of, you know, collecting mithril basically. So these two, so we good. So I'm gonna do actually XP on, no, I'm gonna do XP on marksman. I'm gonna buff my bear damage because I don't use it. I'm actually gonna buff my my bear damage a lot on my farm because I don't really use it for anything else. So see, I took all the XP from all the other PCs and I still have one to get. But that was not enough to max out everything, so I'm just double checking that we don't have speed ups anymore, right? We use everything in research, in construction, and in general the other day, so we got back some. We burned all the training speed ups. And I'm actually considering like removing some XP on these. Because these do not need to be so high. They really don't. So let me do some XP resets. That's gonna give me a lot. I'll get a lot more stats, you know, from doing health and doing lethality on the right PCs. Let's put them back. So let me catch up on chat. Thanks. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if, to be honest, like I have both on my main account, that's my farm. I have Nora maxed, like widget 3, and I have Rene maxed widget. I use Rene, but I actually did not really test, and I don't think there is a huge difference. So that's 36 mil, right? So that's 3 to 4 months of saving on essence stones, mithril. That's 4 months actually, and speed up. So that was 160 days of speed up, that was 1.2k essence stones, and that was 40 mithril that I used, and that's 36 mil points, and you know that's half of what that dude did, right? So overall I'm rank 12 with my farm so far, and I use everything on pets and stuff. So tomorrow, if you look at my bag, they used to be full. I have some shards, but there is no point to use them. I need to finish XP and stuff, but there is not much I can use, right? I'll do chief gear tomorrow. I've done charm, so I basically emptied my farm. That was 4 months of saving, and when I say 4 months, it's like I did fire crystals in between, so that the only thing I did not save on my farm is actually fire crystals. So that's a lot of missing points because I had very little accumulated. Yeah, no, it's the first SvS in a long time that people are really pushing hard. Like these ENG people are very strong, these OSL as well are very strong. If you look at the overall score, you know, Webster is gonna push like crazy today. She has, you know, I won't say how much, but she has a lot of speed ups and things. So for us, see, like their top 4 are really strong, and we kind of have only 2 people close to them, right? PT and Webster. Tamer is decent as well, but he's a bit behind. Denise is behind as well. and then next is one of my farm, right? So many spenders are actually below, because we have been winning prep phase for so long that people stop saving. And if we get our butt kicked because of that, then that seems to be able to unite us more than divide us, so that's good. But people realize that with merger there are no dead states anymore. For now, there will be dead states in a couple of months when people are not happy with their merger and they're gonna leave, and then the rest are gonna leave. So there will be dead states, and we might have weaker opponents. But right now, there are only active states. So actually, that's something we could have anticipated better, like the SvS after merger, when you kind of roughly know where is merger. It's like something that will be highly competitive by nature, just because they removed all the dead states basically. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy what people spend. So that's why I'm saying push on KOI. Later, like the earlier KOI are very competitive because the whales are kind of missing shards at the beginning of the game because the generation are coming a bit, faster, and you don't have VIP 12 and packs are not as good and stuff. But then, where we are right now, like Gen 7, 6, like people don't really push on KOI to get hero shards. They got enough hero shards between generation to basically mark them out, or it cost them little money compared to everything else, so they still do it. So it's actually kind of easy to win KOI. Like with what I spend on that city, like right now, like my points, with what I'll spend tomorrow, it could be 2 KOI won basically, more or less. And if I save for Fire Crystal, it would be more, but I did not because I did not wanted I could have said Fire Crystal, but I just wanted kind of the farm not to lag behind too much, So, and we Monday you don't know if it's gonna be a easy prep phase or not. So I pushed on Monday for Fire Crystal on the farm every SvS, and then if Monday is won, I kind of save everything else. So what else can we do? What's available today? Charms we've done the other day, we've done Essence Stones, we've done Widgets, we've done Mithril, we've done Training. So actually I have to finish XP. So I have to finish XP, and then we will start on Edis, right? And we want, which one we want to do first? This one. So I'm gonna be able to max it all basically. That's gonna be okay. So that's a big buff for me. And I'm gonna do these pieces to level. Let's see, I have 26,000, so level 50, how much is that? Yeah, I can do 50, no problem. That's gonna give me a lot of power and a lot of health and attack on the hero as well for expedition and stuff. So let's do 50 for now. Let's do as well 50 on this. It was a lot, I'll check, but she really used a lot of for Webster. It was so that was so that's today. So that was yesterday, right? So our whales did very good. Our spender did very good for when it comes to Beast Day. And keep in mind that we push later than them. So most of our whale did not push today. I mean, Tamer pushed, some people pushed, but yeah, not everyone pushed basically. Yeah, I think it's enough for now. I'll do 50, so my heroes get a bit bigger because they're still giving heroes defense, escort and stuff. So that's okay for arena and okay for exploration. Then I'll buff my second and my third march as well because it's my farm. I don't really care. Whatever is okay. I don't think it was going back to level 100 on these. I think it's a bit better, if I can get some labyrinth level or stuff. but I don't really think it changes anything at the end of the day. I might not be able to clear, you know, any any new levels of labyrinths or anything like that. I can actually do that without breaking your ears. So that's okay. So then we want, let's see what 70 or 100 is doing here. Like a good level. So let's do 70 for now. Maybe I do like 40 on the other pieces on these, on my March number 2. I might not do March number 3, so I'm basically gonna boost arena else. Maybe I would just boost arena actually. I do infantry and marksman basically. Maybe I just do that because it's a bit of a. I don't want to spend 2 hours doing that. That's gonna be good enough for a farm. $80 is good, I think. It's a good, you know. Is it my best second gear for... Yeah, okay, it is. It's only... It's only level 1 for Essence Stone, so... Maybe that's something I could... I don't even have enough. I could put it level 2, but it does not really matter. Like the, you know, one of the good threshold for your second march is often, you know, is often level 1 or 2 Essence Stones and level, you know, 50 or something. So it's like very small investment. If you wanted to have a second march, you don't have to. You can fully go on a, you know, on one march. That's okay as well. If you wanted to, like, you know, 1 or 2 level of Essence Stone, level 30 to 50. Let's max, you know. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's good enough. That's just the message of the day for Crazy Joe. So what can we do? What can we do to help? I've done my pet the other day, so I'm a lot stronger. So there won't be anything I can do here tomorrow. You know, I'm not really getting some of these back, right? I'm not really getting any of these back. So how much resources I have left? See, that's still crazy. I removed 10 million of it yesterday and I still have so much. So training Titan is very cheap overall. Turning Titan was kind of cheap overall because I still have a lot of resources. It's really not an issue that I removed 10 mil. I was kind of worried that, you know, my farm gonna be in trouble, but it's nowhere near in trouble. That's the status, right? So I think that's kind of the baseline I will do for now on my farm. It will be like 10 essence, 10 mithril on the main pieces, maybe, you know, level 5 or 6 of essence stones, and, you know, slowly max these. And then same here, and then same here, right? So next focus will be a bit on lancers for now. That's gonna be okay. The rest is, you know, don't really care. Let me just swap that, so it's better if it's on Mia. Let's say Mia is better than Nora for us, because I don't really use them. Maybe I should put 2 levels of widgets on Mia at some point. Do I have them? Maybe I keep them? No, I never, right, on that account. So Mia is having 5% more attack for bear trap, but again, it's not really important. I cannot do widgets. I don't have enough. I can eventually buy one, but that's gonna give me 12, so that's not gonna be, yeah, that's really not gonna be enough for today. Maybe we do some, I don't think the current pets, not pets, but labyrinth is about what we increased today. So that was pets we've done yesterday, and that's about charm, so we've done the other day. So there is nothing to do here that's really interesting. I think that's really it for the push, so that's what you can do, you know. Again, I did not add a fire crystal save for 3 months. That could have been 25 mil more, right? So on 4 months, 3-4 months, you can get, you know, you get between 60 to 80 mil on 3 months at least at that stage of the game, and 4 months it could be 100 mil over prep phase, so with tomorrow included, which is little points because I burn everything else. So that will be, in that case, it will be barely top 10. So that's why I'm really suggesting to, pick your event and push, when the other are not, basically. And this, just for context, this SvS is crazy because we just unlocked Fire Crystal, 9 and 10. So if you look at day 1, that's day 1, right? So people did charms and Fire Crystal, so that's day 1. So for me, I went from Fire Crystal 8 max to Fire Crystal 9, and I max out the 3 camps, right? So you see, Fire Crystal 9, the camps are nice. I could do Embassy to level 9, and I could do some level of Command Center, so 1 level of Command Center, that's all I had for. And that was only 22 mil points. I did not do charms. Actually need to see what can, how much can I, let's do quick healing session after the stream. Let's see, yeah, okay, we don't have anyone with the auto tap online. I wish, lady, I really wish, because you know what, because if you look at that, I need, so that's 400k, and that's 140, right? So 140, yeah. Let's calculate precisely, right? So that's 2.4 million minus that. So that's the amount of VIP point I need to be VIP 12. If you divide it by 2, or you multiply it by 2, because that's the amount of gems you need, right? So I need 1,066,000 gems, and if you look here, I don't know how much I have, but I have 1.1 million. So I could technically be VIP 12. I could technically be VIP 12, but I don't want to use 1 million gems if there are not an event that allows me to get something for my gems. But I'm not gonna wait 2 months, right? I'm not gonna wait for a September event. So either I'm gonna burn them in Alliance Showdown, and I'll just help us make, get the win with gems. But I cannot use it on, cannot use them on SvS, which will be next week. And I hope for a seasonal event. I really hope for a seasonal event. But summer is usually a quiet month, so we had Journey of Light. We have the Silver Froster. What else did we add? We had another one that was a spender event. And usually what they've done last year was Tundra Adventure, which is, is a board where you roll the dice and you move around. So it's a very good event for spender, but there is no rewards for using gems. So it could mean that the next time we can use gems will be like Halloween kind of event, right? Or maybe September. But the only thing I'm really missing right now is finding someone that tracked all the seasonal events and the type of event they were in a Google Sheet, a spreadsheet, or website or something, and I could not find that yet. So if you know anyone that did it, like really, because the cycle is more or less the same. They do the event nearly every time the same. So they do Halloween, they do Christmas, they do Valentine, they do the thing in America, Thanksgiving. There are 4, 5, 6 events they always do, and there are some that they don't always do. Like I think childhood memory, they've done it 2 years and they skip it once, things like that. So if you made, like the game is 2.5 years old, so if you made a calendar with all the events that happen, we could clearly see when is what, right? But I did not track them, and I don't know anyone that did. It could be possible to track it going through their social media, but it's going through like 700-800 posts and noting down everything. So, but that could be doable eventually. That could be something we do. Such as the one that gave us the red name card. The red name card. Do you mean one of these stuff? I'm not sure what is the red name card. If we really need to, actually I can push a bit on, I can push a bit from my main, but I'm not gonna be able to make crazy points, so I'll rather keep it in my bag for a while. But if we need to, if I see that today is very, very close, see, and we're catching up a bit, right? With the push I've done on my farm, and other people, but I might push on my main, so I can do charms today. I have 6 charms, I can do stuff like that, so that might be an option. Yeah, I search as well. I think even on the nerds Discord and like places where these things usually are hidden, I'll ask. Anyone is aware of someone who tracked his I'll ask on the owners' discords. Maybe these guys know something. I should ask Kaylee as well. She might know. Maybe you're watching, Kaylee, no? That's 2E and 1, yes. Events. So we'll see if we find it, but I could not find it. I searched it a few times already, and nothing yet, so yeah, a bit annoying. I'm really hesitating to get that arbor. Oh, that's so expensive. Do you know someone that got it? Like, how do you know how to improve it? You know what the next step? Because I was thinking Cheese Good will get it, so I watched his video and he decided not to get it. Well, I'm really curious to see if it's like, what kind of design you need basically to get it. Because the game do not really says, I mean, at least at the time it did not really say, right? Accessory upgrades not only provide boosted stats, no, that's not that one, stat bonus. Yeah, it does not say. Somewhere it said. Yeah, that of course, soldier, but what blueprint? Are they the same as the one that you get from, are they these ones, you know? Used to redeem blueprint that can upgrade the accessory on Daybreak Island. So I know, you know, that's why I'm kind of saving, is like, you know, I can buy it probably tomorrow or the day after if I want to. But then, I don't know if I get it from level 2 with these. I assume so, because they are general accessory construction contracts. So I assume that these will be spared between the two. So, you know, can I see how level 6 is looking? Preview. So I basically would want that to be level 6, because that's a lot cooler. Because if I do the other one level 5, it's gonna be a mess, but that's gonna take a while. So I don't know. Yeah, you think that works that way. That's my assumption, but I could not find like I didn't find like someone that kind of make commented gameplay, or you know, that kind of show that. So, but that was my assumption, because these are general accessory construction, so it's like SSR shards. So like the unlock is a bit expensive, and then, you know, I'm actually curious how we did as an alliance yesterday. Yesterday we were first. We really pushed hard yesterday. First one we were second, like car really pushed hard. And that shows in the Fire Crystal ranking right now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Then I might get it. Then I might get it if it's that simple to increase it, you know? It's a bit expensive, but I'm basically planning to get the unicorn. I really like it. Which one will you get out of these if you get one? That's cool, but I don't know. I really like the unicorn the way I think it's better in game than here actually. So yeah, I think I might get one or two Marchkin or 3 Marchkin I really like out of these, or you know, over the coming. I'll get one every time basically. That event, right? I made a video about it, but if you buy daily, like the first 3 packs give you so much more shells per euro. So if you start to buy this one a lot less already, but still a bit, but these ones are a lot worse. So if you buy these packs and you buy stuff with these packs, it's very expensive. It's nearly twice more expensive than if you buy with these packs. So if you just buy with these packs, it's basically a decent event, but it's very limited what you can buy. So I think I'll get the blueprints. I maxed out these 2 buildings. I think I'll get a march, and I won't get an extra teleport. It's too much for me this time because I have to buy it full price else with like the bigger packs. And I think I'll skip on doing any of these for now. Yeah, I really like unicorn. I might, you know, I nearly took it today. I nearly took it today actually, so. But I'm patient, but maybe we should get the unicorn first. You know, okay, that's just a regular, nothing important here. Nothing really important. Here we can actually do that and stop joining Gina's Revenge. What kind of video will be useful for you guys in the coming days? Like I need to edit the videos of emptying my farm. I think that will be a fun, cool video. I need to try to find a way to make it fun to watch, because I literally recorded a 5-minute intro and I already started to empty it, right? So I did not record from the beginning. It's when I realized how much take it's gonna take. I'm gonna make a video out of it. So I have like 50 minutes of me not talking and just, you know, spamming attack for 50 minutes, which, you know, in reality took me an hour and a half, with what I've done off video, and plus, you know, if people did not help. So I already did that today, so I'll publish it over the weekend or something. I'll try to cover, I need to see with the wife what we do this weekend, because I like to cover battle. I think it's the best SvS we have in a long time. Prep phase is, you know, is tense, but you should start to see things flip. That's what the case every day. Every day they were ahead because their bigger players are starting strong, and then they don't have strong players anymore, and we have strong players that start to push, and overall we are slightly more active or spending more or whatever the difference is here. So that should flip over time. It looks bad right now, but that should flip. If it's like any other day, it should flip over time, and if we win today, they cannot win tomorrow. That will be far too much points, so they'll be screwed, and we will have one prep phase and we can steal their castle. I'll try to, because they are whales. Their bigger dude is actually, I think it's ace of spade, right? That's ace of spade, right? That they are bigger dude, and a bigger dude is Tamer, so it's kind of increased as much in power. So we really need, that's gonna be a really good match, I think. So I'll try to be available and to make a live stream for it. But you know, I'm not sure. It's weekend, so. I'm curious about how the transfer will go as well. That's not so good for us, right? We are kind of in the middle range. This transfer will be. I might make a video about it. Mergers went bad on many states, right? It went good. It went good on many states. For us, it was more or less nothing happened, right? The biggest alliance merged with one of our smaller ones, and everything else is like very small players that look at alliance ranking, right? So let's look at the overall ranking. So that's the other state, that's us. So that's our historically 3 top alliances that are here. SKT is kind of a new alliance, so some of our players went there, plus the top alliance of the other states. They merged. So that's a new alliance for us. It's kind of some people from Heat. That's why we're a bit lower in prep, because we lost quite a few very active players that went to make their own alliance. You know, that's a group of players that have been playing for a year together, and they just wanted to have their things, more or less. And then AVG and HTX were already in the state, so the strongest alliance that joined us, that make the most points, is PHX, which is, you know, not much. I mean, we were having 180 million points ahead of them, right? That's 2/3 of the points. So, you know, if you don't have smaller alliance sometimes, you know. But you see, that they used to be there. They were there before. That's farm as well. So they're really, you know, meat, like, or me, not meat, but they are like bringing no points. So yeah, so for us the merger did not really do much, except that, you know, we have a force alliance now, because we lost some player, you know, their best player went there, so that's kind of giving us we want it to be a 4-5, at least 4 alliance states for prep phase, right? Which we are, but then KND could use some people, we lost 20 people, so we could use some people, and, you know, they can use some people as well, because they're kind of a new alliance, right? Kari is decently in shape, I guess, but they could use a few more. I'm very curious about transfer this time, how it's gonna go, and because you know, we have a lot of people talking to us, trying to get to a state that is organized, basically, because it was messy, so that's really a big, even if it does not change a lot for us, it's really shaking things around, like, and I think it makes SvS a lot better as well, because then Again, like they really used merger to get rid of dead states. Basically, there are no dead states anymore in the neighborhood, probably. The thing I'm really considering now, because I cannot push and win, right? These guys make too much points. Is, do I want to get a second hero for Gen 8? Because I'll get VIP 12. I already got the shards for an extra hero, nearly. I thought I will be having a lot less of these, but I have a lot more of these. So if I basically win a KY, or if I rank well in a SvS, I can actually do a hero Gen 8. But I'm really not sure what I want to do. Because Gen 9 will be... in Gen 9 I will get a new Lancer, and I usually don't like to do Lancers. You know, Gen 8 will be infantry, so I'll have basically Gen 7 and 8 as infantry. I'll have Gen 7 as marksman. I'll have Gen 6 as Lancer, so that's all okay. I'm gonna, my second hero for marksman is gonna be Wayne, which is very good hero. My second Lancer is gonna be Noah, so I'm really hesitating. I forget what state are you in, Mohammed. Did you talk to me? Because there are some viewers that talked to me in the past that wanted to join. And it was usually when we were one of the, you know, in the group, like in transfers, most people like to move to a newer state, so they are stronger, right? So for us, we are kind of in the middle right now. But it happened, we used to be at the end, right? We used to be the older states. And when we are the older states, like a lot of more people want to join, basically. That's what we found out, and that makes sense to me, right? So right now, it's kind of in the middle. So I don't really know what's gonna happen. But that's a, you know, that's not a big range. And whoever wanted to transfer before, like if you see, like some of these ranges, you see how many states you can move if you wait a bit with transfers. That's 275 states in one go. For me, it took me 3 transfers to do that. If you wait a bit, you can do that in one. Hey Anita, I still don't. I still don't give away packs. Who wanted to transfer earlier? Yeah, that was Dream Trader, right? You wanted to get your account together. So if you look at the newer state, and that's not too bad for the newer states, you know, but some groups are like 80, 70, some groups are 130, so that's based mostly on hero generations, right? So that's gonna change next time. But if you are from... What state did you give me? I missed it. That was 2,600. One second, Anita. 222 widgets. Where is it? Okay, it's here. So 2,690. So you are at the end of a range of a cluster of states, right? So usually cluster of states are like, you know, 30, 50 states more or less. And you all get new generations together. So that's why, you know, when you transfer, you can transfer usually, you know, 70 or 80 states. So it's 2 clusters of states usually. And then, you know, if it's like 130, it's like 3 clusters of states because, you know, they kind of roll out things, you know, by clusters of states. So for you, it makes no points to move now, for example, Dream Trader. Like, because even if you go to 2,630, you will always be able to transfer here because that's the range of your cluster of states, right? If you look at it, it's the neighbor, right? Neighboring state, that's your cluster of states. All of states in that ranking will get generation of heroes together. they will get new buildings together, right? So all of that will happen at the same time. So you might, it makes no sense for you to move. It makes maybe sense to move next time, and you need to see the range. And if it's only 70 states, and maybe wait for a transfer where your cluster is on the other side, right? It's on the left, like I don't know, it will be 2600 or 2600 or whatever your cluster starts with. You can see from the neighbor states, it's like the first cluster, so you can move backwards a lot, right? I mean, to newer state. That will make sense to me. So I've been saving for a month, so I don't have much right now. I don't have much. Got a bit of essence stones and things. Some gear, but I'll check you out, Anita. But that's what I have right now. I have a lot of speed ups. Like, I've made a big mistake, and that's really frustrates me. Is like, I freaking used far too many steel. I converted far too many steel in shards very early, and I get speed ups faster than I get steel. So my total amount of speed up is basically increasing. My general speed ups more than faster than I get steel. So I might, to fix it, I might actually need to buy 1 or 2 million of steel, which I really dislike, and that was a really stupid mistake I made of me. I've made later. At the time I thought I would not push steel even. But I did not. It was before I launched the channel. It was before I spent more in the game, so I was not thinking to go towards T11. But that made no sense for me at the time, so I burned all my steel, or most of it, and that was a stupid mistake. So that's Anita. Hello. Do you want to know something about your gear, or do you have a question? No, let me know. But that's, that's decent. For Fire Crystal 3, I'm not sure how old is your states. You have Fire Crystal what? Oh, you already have Fire Crystal 8. Okay. I wish they do auto translation. I'm too lazy to click. I'm too lazy to click. Let me know if you have a question, Anita, about your gear on. So I'm thinking like, okay, so PT is one of our bigger player, but he's not buying training speed ups. These guys I don't really know. I don't really know who they are because they renamed, so like that's Rogue can maybe, have a bit of speed up because I think they saved for the last few SvS. Who is, is a bit of a spender. So we don't have a lot of whales lined up, right? They'll come a lot later in the day, basically. Dash, Farcads, there will be Webster at some point, so yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough day, I think, for prep. Thank you, Lady of Heaven. Enjoy the day. Yeah, I assume you go, but I've been playing the game for a long time. These are my first characters. So 422 at the time, but it got merged with 432, right? So let's look at when Let's look at when it all started, because of the stupid ad on Instagram or whatever. It was September 2023, right? So that's nearly 2 years. So that's nearly... But I was on 422. I stopped, like you see, like basically I'll rename actually, just in case. You know, it was, they released Fire Crystal 5 and I was Fire Crystal 2 and I was like, dude, that's not gonna cut it. So either I spend 3,000 to fix it or I fucking restart. And I decided to restart. That made a lot more sense to me. I have no idea, like, who was in 2022. I did not play in 2023, so sorry, not 2023. 432, I did not play at all. So I don't know, like, we used to have, I don't know if I even recognize anyone, right? I have no idea if these people are from, you know, from my time, basically. They seems to all have moved, you know, for most of them. I think that could have been yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember any of these, and they all changed names as well, so. But there are not many people left, it seems. You know, they all have different states, so maybe some of them are in 4.15 now. And these were kind of inactive people, some of them. I remember the Lord. He went inactive for a while. At least Fire Crystal 4, that's fair enough. Yeah, I remember very little of that time. That's so long a time ago. The one I remember is WOS, because if you look at WOS, he's a 7.3 billion power. He's top 5 or whatever. So WOS is a beast. So we used to play together. We used to chat a bit. He was a very shy guy, but a very nice person. Yeah, I don't know what happened to all these people. Yeah, WOS was on 422, yeah. When I left, he was starting to whale up basically. WOS was actually not that strong for most of it. I think he whaled up really like around Fire Crystal 5 and stuff. Like he used to be, you know, maybe top 20 or something, but he really whaled up really late. And then when he did, man, he grew up in power like amazingly. If you look at, you know, he's up there, right? Top 6. And you know, he's one of he's decent power for the state he's in, right? So he crazily whaled up. He's super strong. I remember some people from 2022, but not their nickname. Like, we had a panda guy. With the ducal panda that was really nice. Was really strong as well, but him, you know, he was a bit bored of being the strongest. If I recall well, he was just like, I don't want to be the one that has to rally Sunfire Castle every Saturday, so he transferred and, you know, stopped spending for a while to lag a bit behind and be like, you know, number 5 of the states or whatever, and just chill. And I'll understand that. I do understand that. I think it's really could be really tiring for the bigger spender to, you know, to be in the spotlight, and I've you know, everyone is counting on you every time for Foundry, for every event. But that's why I started. For me, 422. I watched at the time. There was like Shield Gaming was already making video at the time, so I started to watch him a bit. There was like Bash Brothers and the 2 YouTubers I knew at the time. That's where I started to make guides on Discords, but kind of later, like in, you know, after Furnace 30. And I was like, we made so many mistakes. Like, we had no clue. Like, the first SvS in 422, we fought against a state that knew there will be SvS and you need to save for it. We didn't knew that. Like, none of us knew that. Like, I mean, I've seen it on videos and stuff, but I did not really mention it. So it was, it was that kind of state where there is a new furnace level, and then on Monday everyone is going. There is no event for it. There is nothing for it. There is not a KOI or there is not a SvS prep, and you look at the leaderboard and you see, 3, 4, 5, 6 wells maxed out on buildings, when it was like there is freaking nothing to give you point for that. But the state was not at peace. People were fighting all the time. It was like huge fights, crazy shit all the time happening, and no team play. And we were like we got, because the dudes saved. So it looked like when we started SvS, the first SvS ever, it looked like we were same level of power. So we're like, so cool. It's first SvS, we are as strong as them. It's gonna be cool. And then they I don't know, they made double or triple the points that we did. And their wells ended up being, not twice stronger than our wells, but they were so strong that we had no chance. Like, they burned the state down because people did not know to bubble for SvS. Like, at the time it was, like right now these things are known somehow. Like, if you start on a new state, you always have R5 that played the game for many months, if not years, that know all of that and that teach people. At the time, there was like, we are all freaking noobs. We had no clue. We just saw an ad on Instagram, and that was it. That was really it. I think I'll slowly wrap up, guys. It's nearly an hour and a half. I kind of need to get going with the day, spend some time with the wife as well, get some work done. Just checking my other city. It's not even 10. It's 8:30 UTC, so I don't have Intel missions to do yet. But yeah, again, if you want to support the channel, what will really help is I need more views and I need more subscribers to do the projects I want with the channel. So, if you want to help, make sure you subscribe. That takes a second. That's free. You don't need to pay for anything. Share the Discord, share the channel. Help us to grow basically, and then I can do very cool thing. Then I can do the restart project. Medium spender kind of city or account at a time where I have the bandwidth to make like a lot of videos and a lot of content about it. That will be really cool. I think I can really really have access to heroes, like proper progression to really make good guides for everybody, because I know the free-to-play part a lot. To be honest, I really don't know, Mohamed. I really don't. I don't really pay attention to that, to neighbors and stuff. For me, I used to be on, but I think the state I used to be on, they are not really, they are not really what they used to be, right? I played on 695, and that was a good state, but the top alliance and everyone I knew here is not playing anymore. The R5 got a bit fed up with being R5 and stuff, so they left, and they had I think that what the most well-run alliance I've never been in was 695. That was really an amazing. On 800, I don't know any of these alliances. I used to play here. I mean, these guys are very strong. I'm not sure where they are coming from, but these guys are clearly really strong. And if I look at... Oh, I know them. They used to call to be Polon, like Pol, P-O-L. I mean, that was like when I played on these states, like people do not like the Pole Alliance. But myself, I never had any issue with it. Like I interact a bit with White Death at the time. He was a bit of a dick with me sometimes. The little interaction I had, but doesn't mean anything. Basically, it's like I joined the states to go to a certain alliance, and they were recruiting for other alliance. So it caused some tensions, and people were just like, hey, kind of, you cannot go where you want. But the person I talked to, they were like, hey, come to us. So I joined the alliance I wanted, and that caused a bit of tension. So it was not very kind, but again, that does not mean anything. But they are actually not winning prep, right? It's actually not winning prep. But I have no idea about these other states. But they were good fighters. That I remember, they were good fighters. But I have no idea if it's a good state or not. I really don't. But these are, powerful top 2 alliances. These are really powerful top 2 alliances. And these dudes have a lot of power and stuff. That's always weird to see someone that has 1.5 billion, right? And that's only Fire Crystal 9. The dude spent, 50k on his account or something, and they don't buy Fire Crystals. It's always confusing to me, but happens. But that's usually a good sign. Arek, I think, was already the leader at the time. But I have no idea. But I played here. But I don't pay attention to the neighbors, to be honest. That's kind of... I don't know, people do that. They know all the, they know the neighbor, they are friends, and they talk to people like... it's really kind of... Yeah, soldier, I'll see you there as well. I think it's gonna be a cool battle. I think it's gonna be a good SvS battle. I just hope we catch up a bit today, and that should happen. I'm quite confident it should, but we need to see. Because I've heard these guys are good at training, so maybe they actually spend a bit on training. And that, if you have well that do, that really helps you to win prep phase. But we need to see how it goes. But no, I cannot really help Mohamed, sorry for that. Talk to people, look at, when states transfer opens, you can access the leaderboards of every state. You don't have to make an account here, there. You can, just, my suggestion is always to talk to the alliance you want to join, maybe 2 or 3 people, and then join, if it's the strongest by far, talk to people from other smaller alliance, just to see how the state is. If it is a dictatorship, from the strongest, or if it's like a nice cohesion, coherent state where people work together, where people actually, talk to each other, respect each other. That's really help. And then, I've been in 5 states and I enjoyed all of them, to be honest. Even the states I joined and people were like, be careful, these people are dicks, and, there is always kind people. Maybe there is 1 or 2 people in the alliance that are not the kindest, but always played with kind people overall. Oh, so you are actually one of their spenders, right? Where was yesterday? We are. So who are you? Soldier Cat, who are you? Are you Shia? What's your... Or are you actually... but maybe you mentioned that. I forgot. Because you came the other day, right? And you said you are R4 or something. What did you? I might have forgotten. I'm not very good with that. So you there, yeah. You boogie. Boogie. Oh yeah, But you made a crazy amount of points yesterday, man. And overall, you made a lot. Yeah, you really made a lot. That's a crazy prep phase, right? But that yeah, but it's mostly because of buildings as well. Because Monday was really crazy. Monday was really crazy. But if I had to bet, I'm sorry to say, but Webster will win prep phase. We can bet on that if you want. Yeah, people don't realize. People don't realize what it is to be a whale. Or, you know, I don't know if you consider yourself a whale, but even you don't have to spend a lot, right? You just have to buy that pack. You just have to buy that pack. For me, that's all I buy, but because I use it every 3 months, it's 1.5 thousand can, and it takes me freaking 12 hours to burn. It's like it's like a day of working just to make points with your cans. That's kind of crazy, and yep, it really takes a lot of time. People, yeah, so when you talk to sometimes to like free to play players, they're like, oh, it's easy, you get money, Yeah, it's never that easy in life. Nor for R5, nor for R4s, nor for spenders, nor for free to play as well. It's not easy to be free to play, but yeah. But good job, man. You already do a good job on the prep. I think it's gonna be okay for us at the end of the day if it goes as usual, but we'll see today. I'm not sure who you have lined up, but it's closing a bit already. But you guys push really hard today, so it used to be 20 mil, it's 10 mil. And I think the battle will be cool because it seems that our whale kind of progress the same way. So, but we'll see. Yeah, but like it's very good and very bad at the same time. How do you say? Because you get stamina cans, so you can help a lot with a lot of things. You don't have to think too much about mercenary prestige, like and at the same time, you don't really get anything from it, right? You don't really get anything from the. You get a bit of gems, that's 10k gems, so that's 15k plus all you get daily some VIP points. It's like if I would spend only 12 euro a month, maybe I'll buy this one like 2 or 3 times a year, something like that. The way I used to do it before is I'll buy it on seasonal events when you had the event where you need to kill a lot of beasts to get some of the currencies for the event. So you usually have 5, 6, 700 items you can get by killing beasts, and it means you need to kill beasts for hours and hours. You need to kill 100 of them usually to get it. So I usually used to buy the ultra value monthly card only on these events, so I can do auto hunts on the day on the beast day, because there is all of shift kind of event in such events, and that's 3-4 times a year, and that gives me cans to play around, help a bit in SvS. Yeah, Totap is really nice now, but if you're in the top 2 alliance, you have enough, right? You should have enough. But for me, if I was on a really budget, I think I might just buy the weekly card, something like that. On a tiny budget, maybe buy or either a bit of Myriad Bazaar as well to get some fire crystals. Weekly card, Myriad Bazaar, that would be my go-to packs. If I would spend 30, 50, 30, 40, 20, whatever, and I'll buy the weekly card only on certain seasonal events. So overall, I have some stamina cards to play with, because I find without that it's a bit of it's not really cool. It's a bit of a struggle. But yes, so we usually push later, so I'm gonna really keep an eye on that. See, it's already 8 million difference. So we need to see. I'm very curious, but yeah, you know, I managed to be 6 on my farm, right? So that's really good help for the state. What can I do on this account? I cannot really do much here, to be honest, because I have not even 700 stones. I have 20 mithril. Maybe I do some Mia's widgets, so I do a bit more damage for bear. But yeah, it's gonna be limited. I got to go, guys. I need to run, start my day. I don't think I'll stream tonight for Crazy Joe. It's a bit boring, so I prefer to do the push actually. So I'll try to update the emptying my farm kind of video with 10 million resources. Need to kind of learn how to do that properly to make it quick and nice. I'll see for Saturday. I'll let you know on Discord. I really would like to be there, but it's Saturday with the wife, so I'll see. No guarantees. I'll be on for 1 or 2 hours at least, for sure. But maybe not the full, whatever it takes to steal your castle, or to get to defend ours, or to get it stolen. Whichever is okay. That might be the next stream. Then Sunday is chill. There is nothing. Then we'll see next week. We will see next week. So I wish you a great day, guys. Thank you very much for being here, for chatting, for viewing. Again, if you want to support, just let people know about it. Even if you're our opponents in SvS, you can watch it. You can watch Tonton. I'll try to work on the Discord as well to put everything as forum, so it's nice and easy to read and to navigate. So that's gonna be half a day of work. So I'll try to see that, to do that in the next couple of days. Thank you, Soldier. Thank you very much. I don't advertise in game myself because I'm not sure if it's allowed to advertise like for YouTube and stuff. So, if you guys do it, I'm happy with it. But I'm not doing it myself just in case. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you soon. And if you have any content you like to see, any videos you like me to make, I have a few noted somewhere of things I want to do. But I kind of need to wait for things to fall in line. Like today's event, people wanted how to complete today's event, and I might do during Alliance Showdown because it's an interesting overlap. And maybe we have a seasonal event, but so far it does not look like it. Much love to you guys. See you soon.